All right. So you're sitting next to a sign. This is Black Girls Rock, right? In terms of what you do, like you were going back to the idea you grew up in the Bronx, right? In my head, I'm like, I first thing I imagine is just you reading a book, like in the Bronx, and it's just like you're sitting there hiding in a library or something, and then just like I always feel like that's just not a normal thing to do. When I read, that was not a normal thing to do, right? You becoming an editor is not a normal thing to do. Being a black girl in that industry is it's not a normal thing. There's less than 50 people. How would you or what would you recommend someone that would want to go down that route do?
Hmm, that's an interesting question. I mean, definitely reading is a part of that. Like you have to know what people are reading now. Like don't just pay attention to what they're teaching you in school. What's on the list of classics. I mean, fuck the classics because those are all by white men whose values don't align with yours. So I don't believe in subscribing to the classics. Read what you think aligns with your entertainment values, whatever. But also like read what book clubs are selling or what's on the bestseller list or what's being reviewed by major publications that align with what you're interested in because that's information you're definitely going to need in going into the industry, seeing as though you need to understand how people are selling books and what those books are about and what's intriguing readers, like what are the universal themes that these books are talking about,
Mm,
that gets people excited. So definitely have that base of like being a reader because that's the main thing that's going to keep you in this industry, right? Passion for writing, passion for reading, passion for publishing books. If you do not have that passion, you're not going to want to stay in this industry. So having a passion for reading and wanting to publish books is a number one concern for me. Um, but also, I would say, make sure you understand how the industry works. Do internships when you're in college, and obviously only do paid ones. Unpaid ones are not worth your time because, as Black and Brown people, we cannot do labor for free. I don't believe in that anymore. Laws have changed, and that's now illegal to do
mm,
unpaid internships. Anyway, those internships can teach you the inner workings of an agency, the inner workings of the publishing house, and those are useful tools that you'll need to survive and succeed in the industry. So definitely do some internships. I would say if you can, do some informational interviews. Reach out to people who work in the industry or are connected tangentially from your university. Are there professors who publish books? Can they tell you about the publishing process? Are there people who have interned in the industry who you can ask about? Are there people you can reach out to on LinkedIn who you're like maybe one person away from, one shade of a degree away from, that you can ask questions about the industry too? So that's a huge part. The networking part of this industry is annoying but can be useful in a lot of ways. Look at the way people are publishing books. I said that before, so I always fully believed in that. um yeah, create a community. Like are there other people you can go to ask questions about your life and just rely on them because this is a hard industry. You're definitely going to need your people to go to in times of hardship, so surround yourself with people who are positive or can be positive during trying times.